No parent wants to think about their children growing up without them. Although we realize we can't control their future, we do have the ability to secure it through careful planning. So isn't it time to begin preparing for their future and your dreams for them? When you begin to game plan with life insurance, you're able to focus on what matters most today. Because life isn't about worrying when the storms of life will come. It's about planning on how to dance in the rain. Game plan today. Game plan for life. Contact us today to
You're gonna do for college yet?
No, I don't think so. I'd like to go to Wesleyan like you, but I don't think my parents can afford it.
I bet they can. I qualified for a program and I'm going to TW tuition free.
Really? How is that?
The TWU Pledge. It's a program they offer to local high school students that basically helps with their tuition. You should check it out.
Will do. Can you send me that link?
Yeah.
Don't let anything stand in the way when excellence is within reach. Tennessee Wesleyan University is the best value in higher education for East Tennesseans. Tennessee Wesleyan, where dreams meet affordability.
Good evening and welcome to Cherokee Stadium on the campus of McMinn County High School in Athens, Tennessee. Tonight we're going to bring you a Region 2 2A. That sounds kind of weird, Jared, but a Region 2 2A girls flag football game between the Bradley Central Bearettes and the McMinn County Cherokees. I'm Terry Patrick. I'll be bringing you the play-by-play, and I'll be joined as always, at least always on Friday nights, by color analyst Jared Wright. We're coming to you tonight via the great work of Josh Bogus Videography. Jared, it's our inaugural broadcast of girls flag football, a brand new sport, at least for McMinn County High School. And I don't think we could have picked a better matchup than to get Bradley and McMinn together.
I mean, you might as well start with one of the biggest rivalries in McMinn County athletics, and I think it's just going to be an outstanding night. You know, it's a new sport. Good, decent crowd on hand here tonight, and
it really is.
A lot of folks checking out this Lady Cherokee flag football team that's had some great success. But, I mean, to get it started here, our first broadcast, Bradley and McMinn, it doesn't get much better.
It really doesn't. And, by the way, if you are watching really via Facebook Bogus Videography, be sure and leave us a quick comment that you're watching. We just like to know that you're out there, and we're going to have a good time tonight bringing you this game. Also, the game is available on Bogus Videography's YouTube channel as well. I enjoy turning that on the big screen at home and watching games when I can. Jared, the two schools play out of Region 2 2A. Now, that sounds a little weird for us, but the truth is 2A is the highest classification in girls flag football. So let's just go through this super region that's put together because, boy, I'd love for this to be the case in Friday night football sometimes. Would be a great schedule. But here's the teams that make up the conference. The cream of the crop at the moment is Walker Valley. They are they reign over this region right now. They're the number 2 ranked team in the state of Tennessee. But here's the rest of the region. Cleveland, East Hamilton, McMinn County, of course, Ooltewah, Ray County, Soddy Daisy, Chattanooga Howard, and Bradley Central, and you got to play every one of those teams every year.
It's a gauntlet when you think of the success of some of those athletic programs, and I know it's a new program, girls flag football is new, but these schools that continue to breed success in athletics, it's going to follow suit with girls flag football, and you can kind of see that. But what a region right there. And it's a lot of good rivalry between schools there. So, I agree. That would be a fun fall lineup for sure.
Imagine those 9 teams in the conference, and then you would play 8 of them, then schedule 2 non-conference games. I know that's never going to happen. It's a whole different world in boys football and so many more teams and whatnot. But I do like that all these rivalries are available. Some of the rule differences we should probably talk about before we get started here tonight, and we'll be getting started really soon. First of all, the game's played on an 80-yard field. It's not nearly as wide as a standard football field.
About 40 yards wide is what I've read.
About 40 yards wide. The first downs are achieved each new possession, except for after a punt. But if it's after a score or the beginning of the game half, the ball is placed on the 16-yard line approximately, maybe the 14, and then the first 20 yard, all we have is basically 3 yard line markers, the 20, then the 40 at midfield, the opposing 20, and then the goal line. And so you must pass those yard lines to achieve a new set of downs. So there's no 2nd and 10, 3rd and 10. It's not 10 yards every time. Basically, it's 20 yards every time you get 4 downs. There is not blocking per se, but you're allowed to stand in the way or get in the way of the defensive team. So, yes, there is kind of blocking. It isn't called that. Tackling, of course, is you don't tackle, but you do, of course, pull the flag. So that's how a tackle is achieved. There are penalties. It won't be a game where we see a ton of penalties typically. Right. In fact, there's been games, I was speaking with Drew Cook at the last game, and he said, I've been to 3 games. I hadn't seen a flag called yet.
That's a welcome change for Friday night.
So the game is going to move a little faster. The game time, it's 12-minute quarters, but it's a running clock with the exception of the last 2 minutes of the second quarter and the fourth quarter. So it's a game that moves quickly and they're in and out of the huddle quickly. Extra points, if you go for 1, the ball's set at the 3-yard line. If you go for 2, the ball's moved back to the 10-yard line. So after a score, you can choose to go for 1 or 2. There's no kickoffs. However, there are punts. So on a 4th down, a team doesn't feel like they can get the first down, they will punt it away. It's a live ball. I've seen some of that on Monday night, and that's a good opportunity. Boy, I tell you, when you got a talented athlete back there, it's basically making open field tackles, which we know are difficult anyway. Try to pull a flag in that situation.
Yeah, you got somebody jumping back and forth. It's going to be hard to – you got to make sure you grab onto that flag and pull it pretty quickly.
Jared, let's take a look at the starting lineup for McMinn County, both on offense and defense, and I will preface this by saying our quarterback tonight, Lily White, will not be playing, so we're going to see a replacement there at quarterback, and we're not even sure who it's going to be just yet.
Let's pause for the national anthem first.
All right, Jared, back here at Cherokee Stadium, getting ready to start the game here between McMinn County and Bradley Central in girls flag football. Let's take a look at those starting lineups.
Yep. So for McMinn County on offense, it'll be number 13, Nevaeh Funderburk. She's a senior. She'll be the center, snapping the ball back to the quarterback. On the line, quote-unquote, the line, number 44, Blair Prince, a sophomore. Number 19, Addie Miller will play running back. She's a sophomore. Number 25, Bentley Gardner, a freshman, will also play running back. And then the wideouts include number 30, Lily Skidmore, a sophomore. Number 10, Braylon Fields, a freshman. Defensively for the Lady Cherokees, it'll be number 3, Molly Trenum, and 11, Avon Hennessy, playing what is the defensive end spot here, both of those sophomores. Skidmore, and then number 2, Brooklyn Sledge, and Fields will also play their linebacking positions. So Fields, the freshman, and the other 2 sophomores. And then kind of in the cornerback or secondary area will be number 24, Covey Carden, a freshman, and 22, Jamie Wall, a sophomore for the Lady Cherokees.
First play of the game, Bradley Central back to pass, and it's incomplete right over the middle. Another rule that we didn't talk about are fumbles, and the fact that there are no fumbles in flag football. So if the ball is dropped, tossed back, however, once it hits the ground, it's a dead ball. Back to passes Bradley. They complete the pass to the far side of the field. Their flag is pulled over there, and the tackle made by Brooklyn Sledge after a short gain, however, up to about the 22-yard line of Bradley, and that's going to be enough for the initial first down. You start with the ball at the 14-yard line, so your first down relatively easy to achieve. First down and approximately 18. There's no hash marks on the field, so it's kind of difficult to see. Here's a run play around the left-hand side. The tackle is made at approximately the 25-yard line, we'll call it.
Braylon Fields picks up that flag pull right there, and it was pretty good pull there, not letting her get around the corner fully to go ahead and take care of that one.
I love the fact that Molly Trenum and Avon Hennessy, and you know these girls well from basketball, lined up on the defensive line, but it's really more about edge rushing and quickness.
It is. It's there, and Addie Guerin, basketball player there for Bradley Central, being the quarterback here for the Bearettes.
That is a pass downfield that falls incomplete. Again, Brooklyn Sledge is there out of what we will call her linebacker position. However, position-wise, it's I don't know, it's hard to describe. You've almost really got 5 DBs back there.
Yep, you do. You're kind of guarding against that deep pass, and a lot of teams will probably run it. As we have talked off the air pregame, there a lot of running opportunities. And
Addie Green throws it over the middle. It's complete this time up to about the 37-yard line, but it's going to be short of the first down.
Covey Carden gets that pull just short of that first down marker. That helps out right there.
And you can see how quickly they move here, Jared, right back on the ball. It's going to be third down, rolling to her right. Now under stress here, tries to throw it away, blocked, knocked away by the defender.
That was Lily Skidmore getting in there and kind of breaking it up right there. It is something that is the only way you can either get turnovers on downs or interceptions.
Right.
I know Lady Cherokee defense from early in the season, they've had some interceptions that have played big.
So it's fourth down and about 3 to go, and it looks like Bradley is going to go for it. Their quarterback is Addie Guerin.
She's got everybody except for one to the right side of her. They're going to –
let's see if these edge rushers can get in. She's going to roll to the right, and she completes the pass. And I thought we had a flag pull before she reached midfield. Did not come out. She passes the 40, and now she's on the McMinn side of the field, and it's a 1st and 10.
That was just a little dump pass there to a running back, Lily Powell. And you saw Powell kind of stretch the ball over the line there, so I get a fresh set of downs.
I said 1st and 10. Of course, it's first and 18 as she's at the 38-yard line. Another quick pass that's completed. Flag pulled after a short gain. Once again on the tackle, Brooklyn Sledge, and she's kind of been all over the place from that middle linebacker position.
Coming up from that middle linebacker, and part of what you're if watching at home and you're seeing here is you've got Avon Hennessy on that defensive end pressure. You can rush the quarterback
immediately.
And so she is the kind of that rusher. Trenum's kind of dropping back a little bit and guarding at least the line of scrimmage there. And now it'll be Trenum actually going for Guerin.
Straight back to pass, almost intercepted. And again, there she is again, Brooklyn Sledge.
Just had her hands on that one. I think the Bradley player right there at the last second got that one. They had to play defense against Brooklyn there.
7:44 to go here in the first quarter. There's no score. It's third down and approximately 15.
Got highlighter pink flags and cleats and yellow highlighter cleats. There's a lot of color down there.
A lot of color for just a white uniform.
Bradley taking their time snapping this one.
Here's the snap. Now she's going to roll to her right again. This time she's going to look deeper. It's going to be overthrown and incomplete. Now they got a decision to make because it's 4th and 15. And you might imagine they would punt here. However, they are on McMinn's side of the football field.
We'll see.
They're going to punt.
They are going to elect to punt it.
So they elect to punt. Our girls immediately begin to go downfield there, so there is no fake punting or anything like that.
I think once you declare that, you've got to stick with it here. And McMinn County's going to have, it looks to be Skidmore and Trenum both deep here for the return.
And the offense cannot go until the ball is kicked. It's going to be towards the corner of the field. It will go out of bounds. Pretty effective kick, actually. Yep. It's like an old-time NFL where they used to go for the coffin corner and kicked it out of bounds. You don't see that much anymore either. And this ball is going to be setting after the punt. McMinn County is going to take over for their first possession of the game at the, we're going to call it the 8-yard line. Not great field position. And let's see, Jared, I'll let you kind of take a look and see if you can determine who's at quarterback there. 2 receivers to the right. Here is a handoff to, that was Addie, I believe.
Miller.
Addie Miller to the right-hand side, and good flag pull by Bradley on that one.
It'll be number 16, Maddie Dickin, that will be the quarterback. Thought it was 10, but it is 16 down there.
All right, that's who we thought it might be, Maddie Dickin, and she is a freshman, and she is the quarterback of the junior varsity team. So she does have experience back there. Probably lost a yard on that play. Back to the 7. Straight back to pass. Over the middle. Complete.
Skidmore
up around the 16-yard line. It's a nice gain right there and a nice catch there by Lily Skidmore.
Just found an open spot right there in the middle of the field and made it look pretty easy.
We're going to call it a gain of 8 to the 15-yard line. Actually, we'll call it the 14 because they're setting it right on the X. Again, folks, there are no hash marks, and you can see that watching the game. So we're guessing a little bit on where the ball's at. Yeah, third down, rolling to the right, puts it up in the air. This one is picked off. Picked off by Libby Stewart, and her flag is pulled immediately. She's going to be inside, I think, the 35-yard line on the interception, and the ball just a little underthrown there.
And that one of those things, you got a new quarterback in that, has not taken probably as many snaps as the starter in Lily White, but
yep.
That's why a lot of teams will run the ball heavily. But I'll say Bradley threw it a lot in their first series. McMinn throwing it twice in that one.
Ball set at the McMinn 29-yard line. Back to pass. Rolling to her right. She throws over the middle. Incomplete. Not necessarily what I'm seeing out of quarterback Addie Guerin. Not too accurate to just yet in this game.
No, that one was a couple of yards short of Stewart, who was back in at wide receiver there. Also, you got J.C. Gordon, number 2, that'll be a wide out for him. They're on that far sideline now.
We're at 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Still no score. Kind of a balanced attack this time. They got a running back there. Waiting for the snap. It's a fake handoff. Going to throw deep down the field again. Got a girl out there, and there's a flag down. So I think we're going to get an interference call.
That's going to go against Covey Carden, it looks like.
So this one, they're going to step off. We'll see what the penalty is. It is interference against McMinn, so they'll step it off from the line of scrimmage. The ball came in on him. I think the official had the sidesteps. I hope he got all of the penalty yardage in there, just inside the 20-yard line. It was a 10-yard penalty. So with the penalty, the ball's moved down to the McMinn 19-yard line.
That'll be a fresh.
Yep, first and goal, really. Back to pass, looking. Now it's getting some pressure over the middle. Nice pull right there, flag pull by Brooklyn Sledge, but the pass is complete nonetheless.
I have that as our third pull already here early in the first quarter.
We'll call it the McMinn 12-yard line. It's going to be second down. McMinn will have to really put up a wall right here. They've got 3 downs to get into the end zone. Quarterback Addie Guerin back to pass, and she finds a receiver into the end zone.
Stewart catches it just right over McMinn County's head right there.
That was a nice throw and catch, really. So it goes down as a 12-yard touchdown pass to Stewart. And here's the point after from the 3-yard line. So they'll be going for 1 here. Quarterback Addie Guerin picks it up. It's intercepted. They can't advance it, but the extra point is no good. And so that's going to make the score 6-0. And we're going to take a quick break. We'll take a 60-second break, and we'll be back in just a moment. Back at McMinn County High School, we didn't get a 60-second break, more like a 30.
If that.
McMinn over the ball. And here is a handoff. Addie Miller around the right-hand side does get that flag pulled. Picks up maybe a yard or 2. Could not get to the sideline. We'll see where they mark it here, Jared. But we will have to have some success throwing the football here.
Yeah, you're going to have to throw it. And I know Bradley has a little bit of size advantage, it looks like, in the secondary. So going to have to run something, a fake or something, and get somebody open.
So 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, right to pass, over the middle. It's complete and flag pulled. It's a short gain, not quite to the 20. Now remember, all we've got to do is get to the 20 this time, so it's that short first down.
Yep. But
still, we are about 3 yards away. So we'll call it a pickup of 3 there to the 17.
That was Skidmore once again.
And it's third down. The shorter passes are effective so far. Back to pass. And this one's going to fall incomplete, but she was under pressure. In fact, her flag was pulled. but not before she was able to pass the ball. Now we're going to get into a punting situation. So McMinn will punt. 33 seconds to go here in the first quarter. It's 6-0 Bradley over McMinn in a big Region 2 2A girls flag football game at McMinn County High School. Here is the snap, and the punt is away. It's going to bounce and be taken in McMinn County territory, and the flag is pulled effectively there. Bentley Gardner on the tackle. Nice job pulling the flag there.
Gardner got that one pulled pretty quickly. She was right there in time.
Well, that's going to do it for our first quarter of girls flag football action here at McMinn County High School. Bradley leading McMinn 6-0. We will take a 60-second break and be back to the stadium. Back at McMinn County High School, Cherokee Stadium, Bradley Central leading McMinn in girls flag football 6-0 as we start the second quarter. Jared, fast-moving first quarter.
It is. That clock, continuous running clock here, makes it go a little bit quicker. And also when you're not trying to line up 11 people on one side of the ball, it makes it go a little quicker.
Here's a run play. Starts right. She cuts it back to the left-hand side. Still, they haven't got her flag. Now the flag is pulled.
Covey Carden gets her second pull of the ball game, and that one really was probably the last line of defense right there.
It was a good call. I noticed that we changed our defense out, one down lineman, so to speak, one rusher, I guess, and then three linebackers, three defensive backs. So a little change on defense, but ball is down to the 22-yard line of McMinn. They need 2 yards, 2nd and 2. Everybody to the left for Bradley. Quarterback rolls to her left, now throws over the middle. It's complete. Flag pulled immediately.
And Sledge right there again. She has got 4 pulls, unofficial on these stats.
Yeah.
We're learning as we go, but she has been everywhere that the ball ends up.
We'll call it the 17-yard line.
Another quote-unquote first down for Barrettes.
First down, they've got to get to the goal line this time. So they've got a ways to go at the 18. Quarterback rolls to the right. Got a couple of receivers. Hits a girl coming over the middle. It's complete. Flag pulled. Guess who?
Sledge has got
Sledge
number 5.
Again.
And that was to Stewart. So Stewart's, I think, been the most likely target for Bradley Central here, playing in that wide-out position. And got to know where number 1's at all times.
It's a gain of 3 down to the 14-yard line. It's 2nd and 14 or 2nd and goal. Got a running back in the backfield along with the quarterback. She's going to roll to the left-hand side, completes it to the back, out of the backfield.
Braylon Fields grabs that one as it was number 5, Powell, that kind of got that little dump pass.
We'll call it the McMinn County 8-yard line. This would be a big stop right here if they could pull it off. It's 3rd down, 8 to go for pay dirt.
Got to think Bradley has been heavy in the pass game here. They're going to keep throwing it around.
Quarterback rolls to her right. Pass is knocked down, incomplete. There was Sledge again to make the play.
Everywhere.
She has learned that middle line. I know why they got her in the middle, because she's effective running to both sides of the field. But that's going to bring up now an important 4th down and 8.
And Bradley going with kind of a stack out to the left side. Well, they're still moving around. Maybe a little triangle over there.
So it's 4th down and 8. Here's the snap. She rolls to her right, got good protection. Now throws over the middle, and it goes for a touchdown to Libby Stewart. What? Stewart is the person to go to.
Yeah,
She's the go-to receiver. You can see that. We had, well, I'll tell you what, it wasn't 0, was it? It was 1, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was 1.
It was 1.
Yep.
So we had defenders in the area. Really, we kind of got crossed up back there.
Yeah, we had a player kind of get tripped up there, and don't think it was anything. I think just players getting feet tangled there and allowed that open look.
Here's a pass to the back out of the backfield. I think she stopped short. She is. And so it's no good on the extra point. However, the touchdown pass makes the score now 12-0 with 8:23 to go. And clock is still running.
Yep. It'll run, I guess, through the end of the plays as well. But that was Sledge stopping that one right at the line. She was helped out, I believe, by Trenum may have been the first one there. But
Jared, the Cherokees now really needing to get on the board here maybe before halftime. They will get the ball coming out in the second half.
Yeah, it'd be good to put 6 on the board here and maybe get the conversion as well.
Yep. Here is the snap. Straight run. Now she tosses it out to the running back, gets away. She's going to be taken down right at the 20-yard line. We'll see if they give her the first down or not.
That was a little basketball connection. Molly Trenum at the quarterback position flips it to Braylon Fields, who takes off running on that one.
And Molly knew exactly when to toss it. It is going to be enough for the first down. They're going to mark her right at the 20. So for McMinn, I guess that's the first down of the evening with 7 minutes and 19 seconds to go.
I've got
here
Bradley
in the second
with
quarter.
5 first downs
Trenum
already.
hands off again. Misdirection play, trying to find some running room. Flag taken down.
That was Gardner there with the run, but couldn't escape the Bradley defense.
Pretty good pull there by Bradley. Goes down as a loss of yardage. And now let's see if Trenum stays in there to throw, or they bring back Maddie Dickin, who did come back into the game.
She comes to the sideline, gets the play, but
she's going to come out at wide receiver. Trenum will be at quarterback with 2 running backs. And she's going to have a little option play. She tosses it back again. Flag pulled again.
That was Skidmore that they tossed it back to, her first running attempt. She has caught 2 passes for 11 yards. But
she finds her way back to the 20-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down, and there's going to be a timeout called. So 6 minutes and 19 seconds. The clock will stop with the timeout. So after the initial start of Maddie Dickin at quarterback, Molly Trenum has now come in and ran this series, and it's been more of they haven't thrown the ball. They've been doing what I would say the lateral approach, where quarterback takes off running, has the option to lateral back, but there's just been good defense on the other side by Bradley Central.
Yeah, you almost start looking like a little wishbone or wing tee there, where you're having to make some sweep plays here and not wanting to throw one up against this Bradley secondary right here is what it's looking like.
We didn't talk about Bradley's lineup before the game. We kind of got right into the game. But on offense, they have 1 sophomore starting. On defense, they have 1 freshman starting. Other than that, all juniors and seniors. And that makes a big difference, the experience factor. Here is a pass that falls incomplete.
Addie Miller was the quarterback there. So 3 different quarterbacks we've seen taking the snap for the Lady Cherokees.
Again, starting quarterback Lily White out today. And what I'm told from her coach and from others that have seen several games this year, Lily White, one of the strongest arms in this region, but she's unavailable tonight. Here's the punt. It's going to be taken at about the 30-yard line and recovered.
That was number Powell that got that one again. Gardner in there with the flagpole to stop it any further going. Her second pull of the game.
So Bradley will take over. We'll call it the 36-yard line, their own 36. And they'll have 5 minutes and 20 seconds to deal with the yardage that they need to score.
McMinn County in their secondary, Wall and Carden back deep. You got Skidmore and Fields kind of playing that next level. And let's see. It looks like Hennessy's going to be the one to rush this time. Maybe Trentham coming off the edge as well.
Both of them kind of on the near side of the field, but all of the receivers on the far side could maybe use some help out there. Rolls to her left, looking across the middle. That one falls incomplete. Just a low throw there.
I like that a lot better. Hennessy coming, her and Trentham kind of taking two different approaches. Hennessy took the long route around the right side of the line and put her hands up so Guerin has to throw over something right there. That's what you want to see. Make them throw a bad pass. That one was short.
Second down, clock down to 4 minutes and 28 seconds to go in the half. Bradley leading 12-0. Waiting for the snap. Now she'll roll to the right this time. Back comes out of the backfield. Now gets open. Completes the pass. Nice pull right there by Sledge.
Sledge does it again. And all that is the rushers for the Lady Cherokees are getting back there, Trentham and Hennessy, and it's just a dump pass. So somebody maybe at that next level is going to have to see that, and that's what Bradley has done to pick up another first down.
Yeah, a little strategy there. They just needed a few yards to cross the 40-yard line and get a new set of downs. Here's another throw over the middle. Flag pulled.
Got a flag down as well, so let's see what the penalty flag down.
They've got a penalty flag down and a flag down. Let's see what the call is.
Looks like it's on Bradley, I think. The official pointing that it was a block in the back, I guess.
So there was a block thrown there. Yep. So it's the first call. I think this will probably be 10 yards. We'll see what he marks off here. Now, because you cross the line but you've been pushed back, the 40 is not the first down. You still got to get to the 20 on the McMinn 20. So the ball's moved back at what we will call the 33-yard line.
And they'll replay that first down as well, just like we would in Friday night tackle football.
This time the edge rushers, one on each side for McMinn. 3 linebackers, 2 safeties. Straight back to pass. Trentham in on her quick. The ball's thrown. Intercepted by McMinn County. Midfield. Inside the 30. Down the sideline. Pushed out of bounds at about the 20. And that is Covey Carden that comes up with the big play for McMinn.
Outstanding job by Covey. Another Lady Cherokee basketball member.
Yes.
I feel like the entire basketball team is out here playing flag football, but just sit back there, let Guerin overthrow that one. She got it, and then you take it and run and put yourself right at the 20-yard line. So good positioning here to try to punch one in with under 3 minutes to go.
We should also note the pressure by Molly Trentham. That did make her throw the ball, just lay it out there. Here is the pass inside the 20, still on her feet. Nobody is grabbing a flag. It's finally pulled at about the 2-yard line. There's a flag down, however.
I think they're going to
penalty flag.
The backs for McMinn tried to, almost like you see on a Friday night punt, where they kind of close the gap after the snap.
Yeah.
And I think McMinn may have gotten a hand out there to push a little bit, so it does wipe off a huge pass play right there.
So they're going to call it a hold is what the official call is going to be. And the hold was the penalty flag was thrown at about the 23, and looks like they're going to mark it off from there. So tough break right there for the Cherokees. 2 minutes and 34 seconds to go here in the first half. Cherokees wanting to punch this one in. It goes back to the 30-yard line.
So they'll mark it off from that original spot, 20 to the 30, back to the 30.
Yep.
So it'll be a replay of first down. But, again, like you said, Terry, you don't get the first down if you get across 20. Of course, the clock's starting to be a factor here.
Still got to go all the way into the end zone on this series. And I think Addie Miller's back there at quarterback now. She throws just slightly overthrown. It'll go incomplete. She was looking deep, but it'll bring up a second down and 30.
Trying to go to Skidmore, who has been the target early here for the Lady Cherokee. She's caught 3, one of those getting wiped off by that holding call previously. But
well, what a tough call. Would have had the ball way down there.
Yes.
At about the 2.
And
Let's see what McMinn has up their sleeve. Addie Miller back there, 2 running backs, one to her right and left. 2 receivers to the right, straight back to pass. Now she's going to scramble. She can do that. She takes off running, holds the ball forward as the flag is pulled. And she's going to be inside the 30 to what we will call the 26-yard line.
And now the clock stops because we're inside that 2 minutes. So
right,
you do have a little bit more time to be patient, but you got 2 downs to score.
Yep. Well, it will stop at an incomplete pass or going out of bounds, I guess. It's running now.
Okay.
But you're right. It is going to stop as it would in normal football. Here's a pass over the middle that is complete.
They're going to get a flag pulled before. So that should help McMinn move up a little bit there.
So they pulled her flag before she caught the ball.
Funderburk caught that one just probably the 22-yard line roughly. And
a minute 17 on the clock now, which it is stopped. And there is the call was made. Looks like they're stepping it off from maybe the line of scrimmage again. He didn't start at where the ball was positioned, but we're going to have the ball inside the 20 at what we'll call, let's say, the 16.
It'll be 3rd down, so replay 3rd down.
So Lady Cherokees with 2 chances to put this one in from the 16-yard line. They're going to huddle up. And I guess you don't want to give Bradley any more time than you
give
have to.
Stewart a chance to catch a deep ball.
Yep. So they seem to be going now with Addie Miller at quarterback. Miller with 1 back in the backfield. And that looked like maybe somebody moved too quickly there. Penalty flag down. They're going to march this one off. Should be 5 yards, I would imagine, back to the 21-yard line.
Yep.
False start with the penalty. Remains 3rd down. Clock at 51 seconds. They'll have to hustle to get 2 plays ran unless they call a timeout. Now I think we are getting a timeout on the field. Trying to see. Yep, Bradley takes the timeout. We'll keep it right here. So 2 chances right here, Jared, from the 21-yard line. I think that we have a timeout, I would imagine, left.
Yeah,
not keeping really timeouts on the scoreboard, but so you want to run 2 plays here. You want to get some of it back on the first one.
Yeah, and it's tough to sell a fake when you only got 7 players on the field at one time, and you're playing a 7-on-7 here. But you probably got to test it over the top here. And Addie Miller, she's played softball growing up. Yep. She's got an arm. She can throw it, and we'll see if they can just find Skidmore. Obviously, one of the best targets they've got out there.
Well, we know all about the Miller family, an athletic family. We know she can get it done back there for sure. Now takes the snap, straight back to pass, looking for a receiver. Now she has to scramble, flag pulled back there at about they're quick. Bradley is quick.
They are. That's just the scrambling part's the hardest part right there. McMinn's going to take their final timeout with 35 seconds to go. And I think you're still going to probably take a shot here. And
yeah. I mean, you just got to rear back and throw it deep at this point. They do have to score, of course. Yep. There's no getting a first down. It's basically 4th and goal from the 22-yard line. 35 seconds to go. Bradley leading this game 12-0. Want to thank our sponsors for tonight's game, Tennessee Wesleyan University. Jared, you know a little bit about that organization.
Yep.
And Grant Farmer at Carter Insurance as well, getting us on the air tonight. YouTube, Bogus Videography YouTube channel, and Facebook, Bogus Videography. We're bringing you the first game ever broadcast of McMinn County girls flag football tonight. So I'm glad to be a part of that.
I definitely am too. I've been coaching out at the Bicentennial Park with the little kids for a couple of years, and it's a great sport. I'm glad to see it taking off here in the state of Tennessee. And some of these girls, by the time they leave McMinn, probably will have a chance to play at a four-year college or university somewhere, and so a lot of teams and NAIA, which is Tennessee Wesleyan, part of that. NAIA is starting this up a lot as well.
So the incomplete pass from Miller turns the ball over on downs to Bradley. They've got just a few seconds, 27 seconds, and there is a whistle and penalty flag before the play. Somebody may have moved out there for Bradley.
Yep, they're going to back them up.
Yep, Lady Cherokees really have to be careful right here. Don't want to give up another score. You're still getting the ball coming out in the second half.
McMinn's picked off 2 and only given up 1, so keep that number on the positive side for you.
Here is a incomplete pass. It should have been caught probably. She wasn't expecting it. She kind of turned around. It was in her gut.
That was Gordon for Bradley. I think she was looking behind her to see who was running with it.
Yeah.
And nobody was there. It was coming to her. And
so it's going to be incomplete pass. The clock stops. 21 and a half seconds. Second down. Back to pass. Looking to her left side this time. Now over the middle, and I think she was indecisive about it. It's going to be an incomplete pass.
Yeah, that was definitely the closest McMinn's actually got to quote-unquote sack right there, as Trenum had her hand on it and just couldn't get the flag pulled, but it ends up being incomplete anyway.
Yeah, Trenum has been right there a few times. 12 seconds to go here in this may be the last play, unless it's a quick incomplete pass. Third down. They've got to get to midfield. Back to pass, looking for a receiver, and it is complete. That's Stewart again. She steps out of bounds with 7 seconds to go, right at the 30-yard line.
Fields gets that pull, her third of the ball game.
Well, they do actually give them the first down. I thought they started over that 20-yard line. Nonetheless, this time the pass is dropped by Stewart. I haven't seen that much. Still 2.4 seconds.
That clock runs so fast.
I had that possession starting at the 22. Maybe I jotted something down wrong, because then the penalty took it back to the 17.
Yeah, the penalty shouldn't have counted, yeah.
So have to check that. 2.4 seconds to go. This is the last play of the half. 3 receivers to the near side of the field for Bradley. Here's the snap back to the quarterback, looking across the middle of the field. It's complete. Breaks a tackle, trying to get that flag, and they get it. Wow.
Good job by Jamie Wall to save that touchdown with that pull right there.
They get it down all the way down to the McMinn 24, but that's where the half will end. Well, we will take a break, a couple of minute break here, and come back with a little bit of halftime discussion on various sports, Jared.
Yep.
We've got a lot to talk about. Folks, we'll take a quick break on the audio. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes.
Thunderbird. She plays center. She is escorted by Adam Thunderbird and Nikki Rickman and her mom, Tasha Dunn. She wrestled for junior and part of her senior also. She plans to go to ETSU for nursing, then attend South College to become an occupational therapist. Her favorite memory of this year is just spending time with the teammates that she's gotten so close with and watching our team become a family. The accomplishment she is most proud of is staying in the top 10% of her class and maintaining a 4.0 GPA all throughout high school. Her advice to future players: don't lose confidence at halftime. Give the game your all. Just do it till you can. Nevaeh Thunderberg. Next one, Tylee McDermott. Tylee played defensive edge rusher. She is escorted by Trace McDermott and Vanessa Black. Her other sports hobbies and activities: she runs track and is a national scholar in the National Scholar Society. Her future plans are go to college, major in veterinarian science. Her favorite memory is falling on her back when trying to get a ball at warm-ups. Accomplishment that she's most proud of is coming back after her hip surgery and doing more than she thought she would be able to do. And her advice to future players: do your part and the play will run smoother. Tylee McDermott. And our final senior is Katara Mills. Katara brings running back.
During the single thing, then we'll come
Escorted
back.
by Marissa Mills and other sports and hobbies. She was a cheerleader. She ran track and field. She was part of the MCHS Keys Club and also the NHS. Her future plans are to go to Maryville College for psychology. Her favorite memory is doing Chevelle and Rolex on the sidelines. Accomplishment she's most proud of is signing the chair at Maryville College. And her advice to future players is just to play hard. Katara Mills. Let's hear it for these three seniors that have helped get this program started at McMinn County High School.
Back at Cherokee Stadium, Jared, recognizing the three seniors, the three lone seniors on this team. Of course, Nevaeh Thunderberg, we've seen her tonight already catch a pass out there. Katara Mills, a senior, and Tylee McDermott, a senior. And what a testimony to those girls who come out the very first year. They're only going to have 1 year. They know that. But, I'm sure they provided some leadership for this team.
Yeah, I think that's, in your inaugural year, you like to have some upperclassmen that you can award here on senior night. And, of course, the younger players being out there to give them their flowers, and looks like a senior gift as well. But three that have been a part of this special team and something they'll never forget. And these younger players are not going to forget their leadership here as a senior. And, of course, when you look down there and you see Trace McDermott, who was such a pivotal Cherokee football player out here, and Tylee down there has been a part of this team, and Nevaeh and Katara. I mean, they've laid the groundwork for a bright foundation for this girls flag football team, and I think it's definitely opened a lot of doors and opportunities for those that will come behind them, and they'll be long be remembered.
Well, kudos to this coaching staff. Head coach Jason Carden has just done an outstanding job this year. We'll talk about their season a little. Scott Carden, also one of the assistants, and I know I'm not pronouncing this right. It's not Laney Mobley. Lene Mobley, I think.
I believe so, yep.
Lene Mobley, that's right. Also on the staff. They've done a great job. But this team, 6-4 overall. They've had wins this year, conference wins over East Hamilton, Ray County, and Howard. Also out of conference wins, CGLA, Red Bank, and Sale Creek. So just to come up and have 6 victories in an inaugural year with a really young team, it really goes a long ways.
Well, and when you start out your first 2 games ever, you win 37-0 and 25-0. I don't care who you're playing, but to walk out there in the first 2 times that you've ever played flag football here at this level and at the high school level in the state of Tennessee, that's pretty remarkable. And I know that got, my household fired up about tuning in and keeping up with them. Of course, we know the Miller family through their history in playing the boys playing football. But obviously, when you can put up some wins and have a winning record so far through your first season, it's very impressive. And again, I think it sets them up for a bright future, and it's a rising sport. So there's a lot of club teams in bigger universities and areas, but there is a nucleus, at least at the NAI level, and so that is something that I know I've tried to push to a lot of folks. And coaching in the rec league, I know your grandsons have been a part of it. My son has played out at Bicentennial and Wesley Memorial United Methodist out of Etowah that does that and puts that on as a flag football league. It's a co-ed league. It's boys and girls. So a lot of these girls have played in that league.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
So it's a chance for them to play something else. So now you look at it, we talk about the multi-sport athlete, and I think this is a pivotal thing. So in the spring, girls are playing tennis, softball, and track and field. That's what they have. Now they have flag football as well, and so here, and softball, and so you have this option to play a third sport here. And so you've got the likes of some of these basketball girls that are playing two sports now. They might have played soccer or ran cross country in the fall. Some of them talked about Nevaeh has wrestled for the Lady Cherokee wrestling teams.
Yeah.
So it's another opportunity to make yourself a well-rounded student athlete and just I think make your high school career fun. I mean, this has been a beautiful night for flag football.
It has, and it is. If you will get out here to watch these games or catch our broadcast when we're able to do it, it's an exciting, fast-paced game. There's hardly a huddle, but even when there's a huddle, it's really quick back down on the line because time is running quickly.
Yeah.
And so you want to get in as many plays as you can. Well, Jared, kind of on a personal note for us, we had to get ourselves back into football mode. I mean, I've been covering baseball. You've been covering Wesleyan baseball, and we're kind of in that mode at the moment, but it's a nice break from that.
It is. It's nice. Well, I don't know that it was nice to climb, 50 rows of bleachers. How many? I don't count because I don't have enough oxygen to climb and count. But it was good when you texted me and asked and said, hey, I think we're going to do this. I was on board 100% and one, if anything, just to be back out here in the booth here at Cherokee Stadium and be with you. And, of course, my buddy Bogus over here helping us out. And, I just think it's anytime we can showcase our local high school and athletes and what they're doing in these programs, I think it's been great. I think y'all have done a great job with baseball. I know he's also helping cross the creek as well with McMinn Central coverage, and so
he's the super busy guy around here. I'm telling you.
I mean, the worldwide leader in sports is out of Bristol, Connecticut, but I don't think they've ever been to McMinn County and seen Josh Bogus. So that's I'm going to give him all his flowers here because he deserves it. So he's busy.
100% for sure. So it's but football on Friday nights is around the corner.
Not too long.
So spring practice begins Monday, and they will be in pads Wednesday. So that's how close we are. Just 4 or 5 weeks left of school, and they get into summer workouts. So we're going to be up here on Friday nights before you know it. Lots of talent returning. Lots of question marks across those. I think specifically that offense and defensive line. Lost a lot of experience there.
Going to have to see what kind of, size they can bring in and what the Performance Center over there sitting off to our left has done for this Cherokee football team and see what they can, get in the weight room and bulk up a little bit here in the off season and see who comes out fired up, ready to earn their spot on those lines, because that's where it's won. And on Friday nights, it's won in the trenches down there.
Right.
And you got to have the big uglies, as they say. That's not a knock on anybody. It's just that's what you call them.
Well,
offensive line doing their work and defensive line doing their work.
Baseball team having a good season as well. We've had the opportunity to broadcast some of their games. They've been competitive even in a lot of the games that they've lost. They've been very competitive in. They lost a 2-1 game to Oak Ridge, and Oak Ridge is going to be fighting for honestly, they could fight for a state championship if they can get by Farragut.
Yeah, that's the bad part when you join the Farragut district in baseball. You kind of know, but hey, McMinn has not backed down from that challenge. And I know, talking to several families, they're happy to be at least in that market because your team gets that notoriety. They're getting wrote about in the press releases in that bigger market now, and so when you're playing the Farraguts, there's potential scouts, there's coaches recruiting, and so I know there's been some Cherokees that will be playing at the next level. I believe it was last night or something, Marshall Goodner hit a grand slam, so I think the Cherokees are primed and ready to go for the postseason, close out the regular season, get ready for that postseason.
Marshall has been as good as anybody on the mound for sure. And he is the number one pitcher, and I have felt for him this year because he gets their number one pitcher, which means he doesn't necessarily get the run support that night that some of the other pitchers may enjoy. But he is one tough cookie, and he's going to be a guy that some college somewhere absolutely will want him.
That's where the average baseball fan, or not even average, just sub-average baseball fan, doesn't understand a pitching duel. And so you get out there, and if you see the two aces going against each other and it's a 1-0 game or a 0-0 game late, that is just execution there by those pitchers, and the hitters are frustrated the entire game.
Both sides.
I've got to get a hit. I've got to do something to help my pitcher out.
Well, for now, we're going to get back to football, though. Girls flag football, we're starting the third quarter. Bradley is leading 12-0, and here is a pass play over the middle, falls incomplete. And I think, did we have Maddie Dickin back there that
she was
time
back
at
there,
quarterback?
and I think we're going to get a pass interference. So it looks to be what it's in the area of. Yep,
penalty flag down. So they will mark this off, I believe, from the 14, and should be a 10-yard penalty up to the 24-yard line. So it's a first down for the Cherokees.
Take that one.
What do we have? One first down? We had one that was called back late.
Two first
downs
in
the first half. Had a big play called back with a holding call. But it's going to be first down from the 24-yard line. Here's a run. Ball is dropped. Now, this is where, when you drop the ball, it's dead right there. We dropped it in the backfield. And so the fumble is going to cost us some yards back to the 17-yard line.
And that was kind of the run play we've seen McMinn have here is it's really been Addie Miller coming maybe off of that slot receiver, if you want to say position-wise on the field, and she's coming that end around really and just bobbled it right there on the handoff.
So now they've got to work their way up to midfield, sitting right now at the 17-yard line. Back to pass, looking for Addie Miller, and flag is pulled just over the 20, maybe the 22-yard line.
Got that to Addie Miller right there.
Yep, long way to go here on third down. And we're finding it hard just to get into open space right now. I think this defense is pretty solid. Again, made up of 5 juniors, 1 senior, 1 freshman. At least that's what they started.
And McMinn, this is their first year, but there are some other schools across the state that have been playing club and kind of select type setups. And so some of these teams that have upper class folks, it's because they've been playing a little bit longer.
Here's a deep pass. That is going to be knocked away. No, there is the flag. Yep. Flag came. I didn't see it coming in, but that is going to cost them another 10 yards. And will it be an automatic first down?
And part of the flag football game is you're going to see probably pass interference called a little bit easier than you would in the Friday night game.
Yep.
You can go play the ball and deflect it, but a lot of that, any incidental contact that you would see on Friday nights that won't get called, going to get called most of the time here.
So the ball's moved up to the 32-yard line. We're still, the yard marker is still showing third down. So I guess you get the play over.
Yep, get to do the
get
play.
Get the distance and get the play over, but not an automatic first down. Big play right here. Need 8 yards for the first down. Back to pass, looking over the middle. Got time. Throws it. Tipped up. Intercepted by Bradley. Still running over midfield. Now the flag is taken at about the 36-yard line off the interception.
Tara Mills saving that one because that girl was going to keep running.
Yeah. And that one got tipped up in the air. It was a good little tip drill by Bradley.
Like to see the shot downfield. You just didn't have anybody back there, unfortunately. And as you said, it kind of quarterbacks in the NFL will tell you they don't, by the name of Manning, they don't like those tip passes counting as interceptions, but they do.
So this will start at, well, we'll call it the McMinn 35-yard line. They can pick up a first down at the 20. 9 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Bradley already leads. Boy, flag almost pulled there. Pass goes incomplete.
I'm telling you, Hennessy and Trenton have been right there all night trying to get Guerin, and that's a Bearette they've seen on the basketball court before.
Yep, she doesn't have all day back there for sure. And I tell you, when you got them coming from both sides like that, it's tough.
They're going to get one. I feel it. It's coming. They're going to get her before she releases it.
Here's a pass over the middle, knocked away at the last second.
Braylon Fields along with Sledge right there. I think Fields got her right hand on it and just knocks it away at the last second. That's how you play without getting that pass interference call right there.
Yeah.
You swat it away at the last second and take care of business.
Yeah, and she was a good yard in front of the receiver too, so no contact there at all. So third down now and 15. Straight back to pass. Now rolling right, looking for a receiver. Got a couple down there, and the catch is out of bounds. The catch is made, but she could not get her foot in bounds.
On Friday night, that's a catch.
Yeah.
Thursday night flag football, that is out of bounds right there. Good call by the referee on the far, or the umpire on the far side to call Stewart out of bounds.
So now that brings up an interesting call here. Fourth down. It looks like they are going to go for it.
Got to get to that 20.
They got to get 15 yards here, sitting at the 35-yard line. 3 receivers to the right-hand side. You can imagine it's going that way. She rolls right, under a little bit of pressure, now being chased down. And Hennessy got the flag. So
just outstanding job to force that pocket to collapse on Guerin on a fourth down play.
So the ball is, they probably lose a yard to the 36, and that's where McMinn will take over on downs. That's a good stand for the McMinn defense right there. We'll call it the McMinn 36. It's first down. They've got to get it over the 40. Here's a run to the right-hand side, I believe, and the flag is pulled. That's a good pull right there. I thought she could get the corner there. Wasn't able to do it.
It's one thing, you're playing on, your field's only 40 yards wide. There's not a lot of space to separate, and so you got to hit that corner and get around it pretty quickly. But
so really, it looks like no gain, maybe a loss of a yard to the 35-yard line, but it's going to be second down. Yeah, we've had a couple of times where it looks like we were going to get the edge, but they were just able to come up and get the flag pulled. 2 receivers to the right. Here's a completion over the middle, but flag pulled again before she can get the first down. They're quick.
Pick up about 3 or 4 yards right there, but just shy of that first down line.
We'll call it the 38. No big plays. I think that's what the Lady Cherokees are missing, just some big plays, 15, 20-yard gains.
They had 3 staying back to block there, and so Skidmore kind of filled that gap in the middle where it was wide open, and take the little chunk yardage plays when you can get them, I guess.
Just something quick right here. Just need a couple of yards for the first down. Got 2 downs to get there. Here's a straight run, but flag is pulled. She's going to lose yardage back to the 35. She loses the 3 that we just got. Jared, I think they may have to go for it right here.
Might as well go for it this close. And right there you kind of saw. So flag football, at least I know in the little kids age group, can't really spin move or do any stiff arm kind of thing. No flag guarding, as that's called. But here at the high school game you can. And McMinn is going to elect to punt it.
Yeah, they're going to change their decision here. It looked like they were going to go for it. They are not. They're going to punt it.
Try to pin them back deep, it looks like.
Yep.
But you still cannot flag guard at this level. You can't stiff arm or anything. You can make spin moves. So
Here is the punt. It's away. It's going to bounce, but into the end zone. So that one will come out, I believe, to the 14-yard line with the touchback. Saw a couple of punts Monday night that did exactly like that. They couldn't field them because they were just low end over end. However, they didn't go into the end zone, but it's an effective punt in this league if you can get it rolling and get it past the return person.
Yeah, because especially starting that far back, and the kicking team cannot move until after it's kicked, so you're at a disadvantage because that return team is going to be moving a little bit faster and quicker than you are starting out earlier.
So Bradley was 4 and out in their last possession. Here's a run. She turns back, goes to the wide side. Nice pull. Nope, I thought we had a pull there. Missed tackle, and the ball is taken up to about the 30-yard line. We had a shot at her there.
Trentham was chasing her down in the backfield, and then Hennessy kind of got blocked away from being able to pull that one. Skidmore pulls it over there, had Carden helping her closing out on that play.
Rolls out to the right, little short pass out of the backfield, dropped.
There's that little dump pass. So McMahon has proven they can get back to Guerin there in the backfield, and she's just going to use that little dump pass. So somebody needs to find number 5, Powell.
Yeah.
Match up with her.
I think that's a play we could make use of on those short yardage when we're just needing a first down. Here's a pass or lateral to the back out of the backfield. There's a pull there.
That's Sledge with her 8th pull of the ball game.
Tell you what, she's been outstanding tonight.
Yes.
Ball's going to be marked at about the 30, we'll call it the 38-yard line of Bradley. And they're needing a couple of yards for the first down. It's 3rd down. Would love to see a sack right here in the backfield. Straight back to pass. They're on her pretty quickly, but the pass is complete.
Nope.
Well,
I don't know. She dropped that ball so quick, I thought it was incomplete. That was a Jabbar Gaffney catch right there.
I knew you were going there as soon as that
I'm
happened.
sorry, but that was Jabbar Gaffney.
It rolled down her body, and but they call it a catch. So 1st down and 10 from the McMahon 38-yard line now. 1st down, back to pass. There's Stewart. Boy, she's effective.
She's just kind of pacing that sideline right now.
Kind of a big target, too, tall girl. And the ball's going to be marked at about the 32-yard line, pickup of 6 on the play, where it's 2nd down and about 12. Straight back to pass. They haven't ran that much. They've passed quite a bit over the middle, but she's under pressure. Had to get rid of it a little quicker than she wanted to.
That pressure, she knew it was coming. It was a little bit delayed, just the routes that Trentham and Hennessy were taking, but the 2 basketball guards there making it work defensively here.
Now 3rd down, about 13 to go. Here's that short pass over the middle. Flag not pulled. She's going to have a first down. Now the flag comes out. And a penalty flag comes out as well. Interesting there. So we'll have to check the call. She had enough for the first down inside the 20-yard line.
I don't know if this could be against Bradley, maybe for blocking.
And we're going to wait for the call. They're marking it.
Yep,
it's a blocking penalty, so this one's going to come back. And it looks like it's going to come back 10 yards from where the ball was at. So finally, it's going to be marked at approximately, I guess we will call that about the 27-yard line. That makes sense. Still 3rd down.
They're going to switch. Nope, never mind. Guerin's just whispering a play to Stewart. Hey, go up and get this one's what she's saying.
Just like we've done all game. Waiting for the snap. Now coming in motion to the far side. She'll roll to the right. She hits the person that was in motion. Flag pull immediately.
Skidmore gets that pull in there quickly, and they complete that to J.C. Gordon. Kind of came across that little drag route, you could say.
So I'm going to bring up an interesting 4th down here. Ball at about the 23-yard line of McMahon. They need 3. A long 3 right here. Two receivers split to the left-hand side. They got a running back in the backfield. Quarterback's going to roll to her left. She's under pressure quickly, but completes the pass to Stewart.
There's Stewart once again.
Man.
Just unreal. She's looked like a big-time receiver tonight. Jamie Wall pulling that one there for her second.
Going to call it the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 7 on the play, but it's more importantly another first down.
Their second first down of this drive.
Here's a fake handoff. Now rolling to the right.
Oh, she pulled that before she threw it. Come on.
Wow.
No call. Hennessy's going to get that pull.
And she's kind of throwing her hands up in the air. She thought she had the pull. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. At the end of 3, it's Bradley 12, McMinn nothing. We'll be back in just a second. Back at Cherokee Stadium, Bradley's going to have the ball. It's second down. They're at the McMinn 14-yard line. Here's a long pass in the corner, and wow, that thing was caught by Stewart over 2 defenders.
She's looked impressive all game long, and she has been target number 1. Maybe that's why she's wearing jersey number 1.
No doubt about it. She's been really the difference in the game, and that was just thrown up. Period. That was just thrown up to whoever wanted to go get it. Stewart just had the height advantage back there.
She went to that pylon. That's where Guerin threw it, to that front pylon. And
interesting, they're going to go for 2 with an 18-0 lead. 11 minutes, 20 seconds to go here in the game. And now Bradley lines up for 2 from the 10-yard line. Rolls to the right, looking for a receiver. Is looking for Stewart again. This time she can't come up with the catch.
Harden and Skidmore there to kind of maybe shake that one up just a little bit there.
So another touchdown on the board. They haven't got an extra point tonight. So the score now, Bradley 18-0 over McMinn. McMinn going to take over the possession, and they'll take over at their own 14-yard line. Let's see who comes in at quarterback.
I believe it's going to be Addie Miller once again back there.
So Addie returns to quarterback. Straight back to pass. A couple of blockers back there. Throws over the middle. Nice catch up to about the 18-yard line. So short gain, but a couple of yards away from a first down.
I've got that as Addie's first completion. She's had a couple that have been dropped and a couple wiped off by penalties, but
here's where I think I'd like to see like a short pass to a back out of the backfield.
Be kind of that little dump pass. Let everybody else go and have one just kind of staying back right there.
This time Miller's just going to take it on a straight run, and flag is pulled, but let's see if she's over the 20. And she is. They're going to mark it at about the 22. So that's another way to get it.
Yeah, take a chunk pass and then run it.
Miller fast enough to get it over there. Now, Miller's got it down as far as stretching the ball. Every time she's tackled, she's stretching it out.
Well, and in this game, the fumble is dead wherever it hits the ground, so you kind of can teach that a little bit, and it's not a returnable play. Now, if they just take it off her hands, maybe.
Yeah, if the ball just gets knocked in the air, you can return a fumble as long as it doesn't hit the ground.
Hits the ground, yep.
Typically it will, though. How is this? You've coached a lot of flag football. How is this?
It's different at the whole. It's a different level than what I've coached at. So I've coached at the heavy run league
There was a direct snap to Sledge, who had come into the game at running back. Now, maybe a little trickery there. It doesn't go to the quarterback.
Yep,
but she can only get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I will say it's a little bit different when the younger kids it's a heavy run focus, and then just now getting into the 8U side where you can kind of throw the ball a little bit here and there, but it's almost you got to be wide open to get a throw and a completion. I think in the 3 or 4 years we've been playing and coaching, we've had more interception touchdowns than we've had touchdown passes.
Oh, yeah. So it's second down, needing about 18. Here's a snap to Addie Miller up the middle. She's got 2 or 3, maybe 4 yards before the flag is pulled. They're going to bring up third down.
And you're exactly right, Terry. They're kind of there's 3 of them back there, but the snap's kind of going one side or the other.
Yeah.
Because you had 3 of them across the back, and that one direct snap to Addie Miller, and she was on the left side.
If you look at Bradley's linebackers or that second line, I mean, they're really far back there, but they are making up some ground. And here is Addie Miller again, maybe another couple of yards, but still well short of the first down. And I think we're going to probably have to see McMinn punt this football away again.
See what they do.
We'll call it the 25. 7 minutes, 30 seconds to go here in this football game. It's flag football, Bradley Central versus McMinn from Cherokee Stadium. Brought to you tonight by Tennessee Wesleyan University and Grant Farmer and Carter Insurance. We appreciate their sponsorship and bringing you the game tonight. Here is the punt. It's going to bounce end over end. It's going to go inside the 20 and then out of bounds. And you kind of see there the effectiveness of just a ground ball punt kind of. That the return team really doesn't want to fool with because it's bouncing around.
Just keeps rolling and rolling. You kind of like to see that, at least pinning them back a little bit here.
Yep, they're going to be inside their own 20 after the punt. Again, clock will continue to run until 2 minutes left in this game. Then it will stop on incomplete passes, out of bounds, timeouts, or penalties. Ball at the 16.
I want to make sure folks know this isn't McMinn's last game. They've got a couple of more games coming up, Coalfield and Bledsoe County. So
here is a handoff, and then the ball is passed, and that is an outstanding play by Kobe Garden.
Kobe was right there, and again gets through there without making any real contact and slaps the ball away. I'd like to see that, that free safety position.
I think they were looking for Stewart again there. Why not? Waiting for the snaps. It's second down. They've just got to get to the 20. Over the middle there, Stewart makes the catch. Good flag pull right there.
Jamie Wall once again getting that stop. You like to see that if you give up the pass like that, you want to at least get them stopped where they're catching it and not allow that run after the catch. Yards after the catch is what it's called at the regular tackle football level, but Stewart, again, somebody just going to Skidmore's on her right now. See if she can stay with her.
5 minutes, 30 seconds to go. 1st and 10 from the 30. Here's wide open over the middle. It's going to be enough for the first down and the flag pull.
Wall gets back-to-back flag pulls.
Yep.
But more importantly for Bradley Central, they get the pass completed. And Terry, once again, everybody kind of shifts focus to Stewart down here.
Yep.
And the second leading receiver is going to be Powell, number 5, Lily Powell. That catches that, just delays out of the backfield and able to catch that one.
Back-to-back first downs. Straight back to pass, getting some protection there. Now getting into some trouble. She just drops it off. But a nice tackle right there by Brooklyn Sledge. How many tackles?
I've got her at 10 unofficially, so I've probably missed 1 or 2. But she's in double figures, by far leading this Lady Cherokee defense here tonight.
So they get the completed pass, not necessarily, only for about 3 yards, so not hurt too bad there. Second down from approximately the 36-yard line.
And that was to the center, Allie Truloff. So even after she snaps it, she is an eligible receiver. Everybody's essentially eligible.
Everybody's eligible. And there's Trenum again, rushed that throw for sure.
She is right there. Her and Hennessy have been right there every single time. And, man, Garen knows.
They're so close that you usually look back and they're holding the flag. I mean, they're that close that they make the pull. but the ball has just been released. Very close. Third down now,
And
about 16 to go.
so cool to see head basketball coach Drika Jenkins down there watching her Lady Cherokee basketball players out here on the field.
Here's Trentham again coming in quick. This one completed to Stewart. Now she's coming across the field in open field. There's the pull.
Jamie Walls gotten 3 pulls on this drive alone.
Walls has done a good job out there, particularly on this series.
She's got 5 total.
Going to bring up 4th down. They're marking the ball right at the 30, so they've got 10 yards to go. Cherokees would love to get a stop here. 3 minutes, 20 seconds to go in this football game.
Bradley really has taken their time offensively a little bit. McMinn's slowed the pace down after Bradley got up some scores and their offense was threatening.
Straight back to pass. Could not get it. There's an near interception by Molly Trentham. The ball comes out. Boy, it was like she was stealing one of those passes in basketball. Just stepped right in front.
And I tell you, Terry, I don't know that anybody would have stopped her in her speed because she had a lot of green grass in front of her. If she catches that one, she's gone.
You're not kidding, I tell you. I thought she had it.
And she looked, you can see it on her face like, man, I had it. And she's
Ball
a competitor.
Spotted at the McMinn 30. That's where McMinn County will take the ball with 2 minutes and 30 seconds. This game clock dwindling away here. 18-0. Bradley is going to take this one. Straight back to pass, looking downfield. Here's a throw that is almost caught. There is a flag. Thought they had her arms because she was breaking to try and make the catch.
That was to Ansley Jenkins.
She did a good job of kind of breaking open there. And I think the pass was on target, but as she went to catch the football, she was being held there, that arm down. So this should be right at midfield. Should be a first down, I believe.
Yep. So I would agree with you on that one.
So they move it up to the 40 midfield. 2 minutes and 3 seconds to go in the football game. It's going to be first down and 20.
Maddie had a good arm right there on that one.
And got good protection there. Here's the 2 minute warning, I believe.
Yep.
Wait, girls. They hadn't put
play.
it into play yet.
Everybody get a redo.
I told you it was a quick game. I mean, these girls, they're ready to go.
They're going 2 minute offense right here. They're ready to go. Trying to put some points on the board right here.
Who's in the backfield there? Miller back there?
Miller and I believe it's Sledge. Yep.
Sledge, yep. And here's a pass that's going to fall incomplete. Almost caught that one. Bringing up second down and 20. With the incomplete pass, clock will stop. Minute 51 to go here in this football game.
Trying to throw it to junior number 21, Tierra Ocampo there. Just kind of sailed over everybody's head just a smidge there.
So the Cherokees have tried several things on offense, missing, of course, starting quarterback Lily White. But they've had some opportunities, and they've allowed some girls to get a look back there at the quarterback position. Here's a pass downfield that's going to be knocked away. I don't think you're going to get interference there, so it goes down as an incomplete pass. Going to bring up third down and 20. Ball marked right at midfield, right on the midfield line, which is the 40 in girls flag football.
And I'll be honest, I mean, Bradley, the way they have collapsed to the ball anytime it's in the air has been really a difference in this one. It's not allowed McMinn to get that passing game going, as you said, kind of missing your starting quarterback, so you got to kind of use some different tools out there and see who can run the offense from that signal caller position. And I think McMinn, again, bright future. When you only have three seniors on this ball club, you've got about 7 more players than Bradley has on their roster. So you've got some depth there. It's just a chance to develop it here going forward.
Looking to pass. There's Miller who makes the catch. Nice job.
Addie Miller looking like her middle big brother Cam out there. But tight end position.
Makes the catch, and that's going to be a pickup of approximately 15 yards. That's what we're going to call it, down to the 25-yard line.
Biggest play by far tonight.
Yep, and it's going to bring up fourth down and 5, and I don't know that I wouldn't go right back to it again. They got Stewart down here at this defensive or cornerback. She would be tough to throw over, though.
Yes.
Maybe go the other side. Here's the snap. They do run to the opposite side, looking deep down the middle, and the catch is made. Touchdown!
Yes.
How about that? With 1:32, that was perfectly thrown, perfectly caught. Who gets the catch down there?
That is Braylon Fields.
Wow.
Another Lady Cherokee basketball and flag football player. We'll start saying it that way.
So on 4th down and 5, they get the 25-yard touchdown throw. And the Cherokees finally on the board here with 1:32 to get left in the football game. It's Bradley 18, McMinn 6. McMinn will go for just one here at the 3-yard line. Let's see what they got up their sleeve here. Everybody, no running backs back there. It's a quick pass over the middle. That's caught and good. Wow. So they put 8 on the board. I'm sorry. They put 7 on the board. It was just for 1. 1:29 to go. We're going to just keep it right here. But Bradley 18, McMinn 7. That's a confidence booster, Jared.
Yes, it is definitely. Funderburk able to get that extra point there. So a senior there. But the way that Maddie Dickin just kind of laid that ball out there for Fields to go get it towards that pylon, Fields tracks it down and uses some of her speed to beat Bradley to the spot. And, hey, it's nice to get on the board and you not go home with a 0.
And I tell you, that was a tough catch, too. Here's an incomplete pass thrown on 1st down from the 14-yard line for Bradley.
And Bradley trying to go to some of their reserve players. Garen's still going to be the quarterback out there, but Stewart's not in the game, thankfully.
The players look smaller than they did just another possession ago.
Well, hey, if McMinn hold them right here, get a turnover, and you still got some time with the clock stopping in the under 2 timeout.
Rolling to the right, looks now over the middle. Flag pulled before she gets the 1st down.
Sledge continues to lead the team, 11 of those flag pulls now. And that it takes a lot of effort to, you've even for the girls, you've watched football growing up, you might want to hit somebody out there, but you've got to go grab that flag, and sometimes a hand slips or it just barely moves when you think you've got it.
Big play right here. Clock under a minute to go. They're wasting a little time. Rolls to the right. Pass is complete. Is she going to get the 1st down? She is. Just over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 49 seconds to go.
And you could hear them there, at least from our vantage point, hear them through the microphone, reach.
Yep.
And Bradley sideline yelling that out because, again, we've seen McMinn do it several times. Reach that ball across the line here.
It's obviously where the ball is at when the flag is pulled. So you can get yourself an extra yard, and that's what they just about a yard over that 1st down marker. Here is a run play going to the right. Good flag pull by Molly Trenum right there at about the 21. No gain.
Got her with 2 unofficially here. So she's had her hand on about double digits there against Garen, but none of them have been called for the sack.
Could be the last play. Under 20 seconds to go. Straight back to pass. Looking for a receiver. It's caught. Flag pulled at about the 24-yard line.
Skidmore once again. She's gotten 4, and she's right there. She's been good defensively to just get there. The Bradley's going to catch it in the positioning you're in, so just be there ready to pull it as soon as she catches it.
Well, Jared, that's going to do it for the inaugural broadcast of girls flag football at McMinn County. Unfortunately, it goes against the Lady Cherokees. Bradley's going to win this one 18-7. But, it ended on a positive, and these girls showed they weren't going to quit. They drove it right down the field, scored late, at least put some points on the board, 18-7.
And that's what you want to see. It's your first year, and you've got a lot of talent out there, but you've got a lot of youth out there. Hopefully this season continues to go. Final 2 games here that they've got coming up, good opportunity to close out. And really now you get the chance to go practice and recruit in the offseason a little bit. And when I say recruit, you're going up and down the hall saying, hey, what are you doing next spring? What are you doing next spring? I know you play soccer in the fall. I know you do this in the wintertime.
Basketball.
But come out and play some flag football. This is the potential where you lay the groundwork and this team or that team's inducted in the Hall of Fame at some point.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I mean, this is the foundation of what you're setting up, and we'll give Bradley this one, I guess. They'll get the first one in the rivalry. But then you build to this future, and I think you take the successes they've had, and I know should be a lot of interest at the lower levels now to really help this program build up.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate you joining me tonight and making time to do this broadcast. I know you're busy. You still got Wesleyan baseball.
Well, they're on the road, so unless they go to Lewiston, Idaho, which fingers crossed, we hope that's where they're going. They're on the road at Bryan this week. Played today, and then they'll play tomorrow, and then they'll be in Kingsport. And so there is the potential that they get to come home and host an opening round, NAIA opening round. And so if we get to host that at Tennessee Wesleyan, that would be phenomenal with the new lights and facility upgrades. And
that'd be great.
I've already told them I'll be there to broadcast. I'll take off from work and the real job to go do the fun job, we'll say. And it'll be a lot of baseball, so I may have to even call you up and be like, hey, Terry, I need you to come cover a game over here for me. So come help out. My voice is gone. So we'll see.
It will, but you do an outstanding job, and what a thrill to be involved in that program. You keep us posted on, obviously, on your Facebook page, but, folks, you can go to Tennessee Wesleyan University's website and check out the games there and the schedules there. I want to thank Josh Boggess Videography, for doing, again, a great job and just making himself available to do this. Josh, we appreciate you very much. Our sponsors, Tennessee Wesleyan University, Grant Farmer with Carter Insurance, and we will have some more. We're going to do baseball, McMinn County baseball versus Ooltewah on Monday. We'll have the broadcast there, weather permitting. I think we've got some rain moving in. And then McMinn will be headed to the district tournament, and we'll keep you. Basically, check with Boggess Videography,
that's who you
because
go to.
Just go there, go to his Facebook page, and you'll see the upcoming events. I try to do the same on my page. I know you do as well. So that will wrap things up here from Cherokee Stadium. Again, final score: Bradley Central 18, McMinn County 7.